Hero Siege is a mobile game that's been ported to PC. Now I didn't know this when I bought it. I would have had my doubts if I'd known this before, because most of the time a game was designed on mobile because it fit best as a mobile game. You usually end up with a short, shite game you have fun with maybe once or twice when it's ported to PC, and then you think, damn, I wish I bought this on my phone. Hero Siege is an exception to this rule. It plays and feels like it was originally designed for the PC. It's an interesting take on the endurance genre, where it starts off pretty slow and gets more difficult over time. To start with, you choose a character, each having different abilities, then start slaying foes in the randomly generated yet themed zones. The gameplay is fun, shooting or hitting the enemies is satisfying, and figuring out how to kite your enemies to use your special abilities is even more so. Your special abilities are unlocked through levelling up, which also grants general stat upgrades to your character. The upgrade trees are pretty basic, but they don't need to be that complex in a game like this. If you're unlucky enough to die, which will be quite a lot in the start, there's no need to panic as your upgrades and levels are saved, so you can start the game from the start again with a slightly stronger character. Each time you start a new game is different, as special items that you pick up that give you random abilities won't save from playthrough to playthrough. So maybe on one attempt you'll end up with a minor armor buff from something, and in another attempt you'll find shitloads of items from bosses and dungeons that give you all sorts of bonuses. I had one playthrough I picked up a pair of headphones. This made a fountain of musical notes pour out of my head, which did insane amounts of damage to anything that stood next to me. I'd also found a healing stick with a cooldown, along with several weapons and bits of armor. Those you don't visually see, but they do add to your stats. This sort of stuff makes the game so replayable that you want to keep playing to see what you find next. Visually the game is fine, it's been well scaled to accommodate the larger screens it occupies, and the art style is quite pleasing to the eye. There were a few instances where hitboxes became an issue on the surroundings. I'd be convinced that I'd get through a gap to run away from something, to then find myself trapped in a corner with no way out. The sound in the game is pretty sound. Every hit makes a satisfying noise and explosions are very satisfying to set off. The only thing I'd like changing is the character speech. Every now and then they'll say something supposedly witty, but due to the limited range of things they actually say, they'll start repeating stuff from playthrough to playthrough, which got a bit annoying to me. You can't turn this off either. Another thing was that every time you open the game it's ridiculously loud. You can turn it down in the options, but then if you close the game and reopen it, it completely forgets this and reverts back to its original volume. All in all, this is a fun little game that you could lose hours to. It's just below £5 on Steam, so a decent sale would mean you're getting this for the price you'd get it on a mobile. A £5 is still great value for the hours you'll get out of it though.